So here are 6 ideas to help you practice memorizing note names on the fretboard. It will definitely help you grow as a musician and as a guitar player, but it's completely not a prerequisite to being a great player. There are plenty of great players that don't know the names of all the notes they're playing. Probably more players that don't than players that do. So it's definitely not a prerequisite to being a good player, but it's not going to hold you back. Knowing what you're playing is never going to hold you back from playing well. So here's 6 ideas, 6 ways you can practice memorizing note names. One of them is to just go string by string, and this is a fairly conventional way for people to work on stuff and memorize note names, and that is take, say, a scale like C major and one string only, and just work on memorizing notes from that one string only. So like low E, 6th string, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and you can kind of play up and down that way, just to kind of get yourself familiar with when I hit 3rd fret here, I'm saying G out loud, and then move on to another string, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and you can move on through all the strings and all the keys that way. It also, I do this in another video too, but playing a simple little melody, or playing melodically at least, in one key. So if I was going to do key of C and just on one string, a D, E, C, B, F, E, and just kind of name notes as you play, and you can jump around that way, and that's a little more fun than just going up and down like a scale or just trying to force yourself to memorize something. Just name it while you play it, and eventually you will memorize it. Another thing is, rather than going up and down on one string, you stay in position but move across all strings. So again, with key of C, starting on the lowest note, we can hear an E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that kind of takes care of all one position. So you can memorize stuff that way. Again, you don't necessarily have to try and do all 6 strings all at once, but just as you play through stuff, say the name of the note while you're playing it, and that kind of reinforces what that note is. What are you playing when your finger goes here, and you can name it. Another one that's kind of fun, I think I got this one from Joe Satriani, and that is set like a metronome or just pick a note and play through maybe between frets 0 and 12 all the places on the fretboard where you can play that one note. So if we stay with E for a second, maybe I'll go from frets 0 to 12 and back. So playing from lowest fret to highest fret, there's 2 E's open, 6th string, 1st string, there's one on 2nd fret of 4th string, there's one 5th fret, 2nd string, there's one 7th fret of 5th string, 9th fret of 3rd string, and then back to 12th fret of 6 and 1. So when I play through that, if I set a metronome going and tried to play like one at a time, it would kind of look or sound like this. You can also go string to string that way, so rather than going kind of up and back on frets, you can go up and back on strings, and this one makes you jump around even more than the last one did, where if I go on 6th string, I have 0 and 12, and then I go 5th string, 7th fret, 4th string, 2nd fret, then 9th fret of 3rd string, 5th fret of 2nd string, and then open and 12 on 1. So that one. So that helps you also kind of hear how many different ways you heard going from 9, 5, and 0 on those consecutive strings all gave me the same pitch. So it's another cool way to kind of see how the fretboard's laid out. And just pick a note and go all the way through that way. Another one is, if you're working on a particular scale or pattern, to just say the names of the notes while you're doing that. So let's pick a different one. G major. So G major. As I play, here's a specific 3-note per string pattern. I can say G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, all the way on up. And so as you go up and back, you can do that. You can also do that with, we said playing melodically a little bit, but if you learn a melody or something, or playing a melody in a key across the strings, just try and think of or say out loud the name of the note as you play it. So if I stay with key of G, I'll start. So I might say G, A, C, B, D, E, A, F sharp, G. So as I play the melody, I try and be aware and say out loud the name of the note while I play it. And the last thing is, and this helped me a lot, is any chord that I know, I'll just hold that shape and then just sit there for a second and name all the notes in that chord. So here's a G chord, like bar chord. So from low to high, there's a G, a D, a G, a B, a D, and a G. Moving on to another chord, here's one. So this is a D chord, and I might already know this is a D chord, but if I sit down for a second and name D, A, D, F sharp, going up from that one. This is a pretty one. Here's a D major 9. So this one's got a D, an F sharp, a C sharp, and an E in it. So you not only learn a little bit of the background theory behind what notes are in what chord, but you also, if you do all 6 of these things just a little bit here and there, you'll be exposed to it enough that you'll start to remember some of the ones you came across, and you'll start memorizing things just because you have come across them so many times. You memorize them, as opposed to sitting down and intentionally just trying to kind of cram, like you're cramming for a test. This is a much more fun way to try and memorize notes on the fretboard, so give it a shot.